And we are back for River States Conference Digital Media Days here with the indoor and outdoor track and field. I always preface by saying sport, not just say track and field. Track and field media day. How about that? We'll start saying that. I am Dylan Brown, and assistant AD, and I'm joined by Hunter Wethington, new track and field coach. Coach, how we doing?
Doing really good, really good. Dealing with the snow, that's annoying, but not bad.
Besides the fact that we have about 6 inches of snow and ice and doesn't appear to be going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm sure that hasn't hampered practice at all. Like, you guys have been moving flawlessly with practice and had no bumps in the road or anything.
Nothing bad with
Nothing bad. Nothing bad. So you've obviously already had to cancel kind of one event now already because of the weather that we had coming in. Did that kind of set you guys back in any way? Preparing for conference on the indoor side?
I wouldn't say necessarily set us back. It did hurt not having a chance to compete, especially with all the snow we're dealing with. Like our jumpers and sprinters, it's really hard to go outside and get in the sand pit when it's 12 degrees and there's 6 inches of snow on it. But overall, we're still in a really good spot. I think we're still gearing up and ramping up at the right time. And I don't have any. Yes, I would have loved to go, but I also don't have any complaints with it. We've made peace with it, so I think we're in a great spot.
Gotcha. Well, good. So, kind of how practice has been progressing thus far. I know, like we said, we've got 6 inches of snow and ice on the ground right now, including more that we got last night whenever we filmed this. So, kind of how have you guys been still getting practice in? And then make sure you're putting your team in best position to compete.
Yeah, so we've still been getting a lot of quality work in. We've kind of had to switch. Obviously, we can't be outside too much right now. Mm-hmm. But we use Hunter Fieldhouse a lot. It's got the walk-in track upstairs, so that's great for everything from starts to approaches. And then the gym downstairs, it's good for her to work. The throwers are always in there. We used it 5-6 days a week in the fall when it was warm, and as soon as it gets warm, we'll be back out there all the time. Back out there.
Deal. So, kind of, obviously, you're new here at Midway now. You're in your first season. Kind of, what's that transition been like, coming to Midway from Union Commonwealth to now coming to Midway?
Yeah, so it's really, really good. Obviously, I don't have any complaints with it. You've been a great help. I mean, we're like office neighbors, so I'm always coming and bugging you.
I'll slip him a tip after the comment later.
And then, so I've known Coach Walls for, probably 10 or 11 years. He actually recruited me out of high school. So now it's really full circle getting to coach with him. He's a great guy to be around, so that helps a lot. And then just like the overall culture at Midway is night and day different from some other spots I've been. I think it's a really good area. Everybody's supportive, from the athletic trainers to other coaches to admin, most of the time with Dylan. But it's always really good here. I like it. I think it's a good transition. I think we're going to do a lot of big things this year.
Gotcha. And you kind of hit on assistant coach Jay Walls. I'm sure, how important is it I know he focuses a little bit more maybe on the distance side, but also he's involved in the whole entire operation of the program, I guess, to a certain extent. Kind of how important is it to make sure that you and he are kind of both on the same page?
So I'd say that's honestly probably one of the most important things, especially where he's our head cross-country coach. His team kind of sort of joins my team in the spring. So just building a good repertoire with them, making sure we're on the same page and focused for like a big common goal. And then he also used to be the head track coach as well. So I know like this year the group of seniors were actually the last group recruited by Coach Wall. So he's got great relationships with all of them. And then obviously anytime he sees any of them, he's wonderful to deal with.
Yeah. Especially having someone who's already got experience with Midway, who was already established here. So I'm sure that's been a big help as well. Kind of, what do you feel like are your biggest or our strongest events that we have? I feel like on the women's side, it's got to be pole vault. I mean, we're number 2 in the country by the organization that has 6 names and an abbreviation that I can never remember. So I'm not even going to try and announce that right here.
I think we're really close to first. I think we just need one more. It's literally 3 centimeters, so like 1.25 inches. We really are right there to being the top team in the nation. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy about second. It's the highest ranking Midway's ever had. But if we can get first, that'd be really cool. But both our men's and women's team is really deep in every event. Emily Cecil in the sprints is great. Obviously, I'm really excited to have Obi with me from Union. Yeah. Lillian Alcorn's a freshman. She's going to be hurdling, sprinting. I mean, I can go one by one down the list, and there's not a girl or guy on this team that I don't think could be competitive for a conference championship.
Especially with the distance side, Stevie McSorley, I'm sure as
Stevie's
well.
Awesome.
Been a big help as well.
Yeah, she'll actually be on some of our shorter relays because she can just do everything. Araya, Abby, Macy, everybody is really talented on this team for sure.
And kind of what do you feel like on the men's side? Kind of what do you feel like? Obviously, we're pretty deep at you feel like at every position. Kind of what do you feel like are your strongest events that we have?
So I think it's really how you want to look at it. Obviously, we've been traditionally a distance heavy men's team, but now our jump squad is great between Braden Carson and Latavian and Carl and Harry Van Wy. Long, high, triple jump could be events we could steal a lot of points in at the conference meet. And then another international guy, even on the distance side, I brought in is Finley Mayo. I think he could be a national qualifier in his first race. So that's another guy similar to Carson that'll help us out a lot. And then obviously throws need a lot of spotlight because it's not the really pretty events, but Cole and Kine and everybody there is great as well.
And I know you brought in a coach specifically to help kind of with that throw. I see him, coach working in there, working with the throwers all the time. I'm sure that's been a big help and take something off your plate as well.
Yeah, Coach Cooper's been great so far. All the guys and girls really like him. And he's got 20 years of collegiate coaching experience, so he knows what he's doing, and the guys and girls know that. So I think it helps put them in a good spot. And then for me, it makes my life easier just because I'm trying to coach sprints and jumps and hurdles and help out Coach Jamie with pole vault and then the multis. So not that I want to dump it off on somebody, but any chance I can get to help, it's a lot easier to watch 30 athletes than 35 at the same time.
Yeah. So kind of your kind of overall, I mean, I know coming into the season, every coach's expectation is to win conference every year. It feels like every year. But sometimes not always going to reach that goal, but obviously that is still the ultimate goal to make sure to reach that expectation. Kind of what are your expectations considering we're only like 3 weeks away from indoor? It feels like, it feels like snap a finger and it's right there. And then kind of, you never want to wash away indoor, but you obviously got to build towards outdoor, and that's kind of feels like where you want to try and peak at. So
I think from the minute I got the position and met the team, my big thing was I love indoor track. Just with our current roster size, there's so many events indoor. I think we're better suited for outdoor. So from day one, I've said, hey, we're still going to go to indoor conference. We're going to have individual conference champions, national qualifiers, but our big goal is the outdoor conference championship. Obviously, we don't really know what other teams have yet. I know what we have, and I'm really happy with what we have. But I think both men and women have a really good chance to improve upon last year's marks. I think we're very competitive in the conference and even nationally. But as for a specific number, I've got one in mind, but I don't know if I'm going to share that out loud yet.
I understand.
It's wrote down on a piece of paper in my office and dated, so we'll show the team after it happens.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, and you'll have to see that come to fruition as the season progresses. Coach, thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back. And we are back here at River State's Conference Digital Media Days here with the indoor track and field here at Midway University, and now joined by Malene Obermayer, right, to my left, and then Latavian Hamilton, right? Yeah, on my right. So thank you for joining us here today. We'll start with kind of an easy one here, and we'll start with Malene on this one. Kind of how have practices been progressing thus far? I mean, I know we're filming this and we're in the middle of 6 inches of snow and ice on the ground right now, so it's not conducive for track and field, but how have practices been going so far?
So I would say practice has been going good. In the fall season we did a lot of conditioning and tried to get back in shape after the summer. Christmas break we all had a schedule we had to do. Now with the snow we try our best to get our work in. Of course we still have to do more conditioning. It's hard to get it in to be indoors. But yeah, we try our best, try to get more technical now to get into the events. But I would say practice is looking pretty good.
Gotcha. Latavian?
Coming from the previous years, I say practices have been a lot better and more beneficial to everybody. When we first came from summer break in August, that's probably the best shape I've been in, practicing with our new coach. And I felt really good this season so far. It's just a matter of putting all the pieces together and getting right where we need to be for conference this year outdoor.
Gotcha. So for Latavian, we'll come back to you here. Kind of how's the transition been with new coach coming in, Coach Wethington coming in? How's that transition been? I know it's always a little bit of a transition, but it seems like you guys have handled it flawlessly.
I don't know. He just came in and made an impact right away. Our previous coach, he preached a lot off of the track stuff. Coach Wethington does as well, but he also does a good job making sure we're all showing up, giving the best effort, and the workouts that we have for everybody. Very beneficial. It just makes everybody better, and I feel like our team is closer than what it has been in previous years. We all have each other's back, holding each other accountable. So I think the transition for everybody was good. I think it was definitely needed, and we're heading in the right direction.
Okay, good. And Malene, for you are new to Midway University this year. So how's that a transfer from Union Commonwealth? How's that transition been? Obviously, Hunter previously coached you at Union Commonwealth as well. So how's that transition been coming from Union to now Midway?
So I already knew how practice is going to be, but I'm still putting on the spot because I didn't know anyone. It's a new team, but I really enjoy coming here. I like the team. The people welcomed me with open arms, and they made it easy for me to become part of the team. And the facilities here are better. We have an own track, and I feel like the people really want me to improve and take care of me. I'm glad I'm an Eagle now.
Okay. Well, we're happy that you now joined us here. So you said that you were going to be competing in the heptathlon. Kind of explain kind of what those events are for indoor and then also for outdoor.
Okay, so for indoor it's the pentathlon. It's 5 events. It's the 60 hurdles, high jump, shot put, long jump, and the 800 meters. And then for outdoor, the pentathlon 7 events. The heptathlon is 7 events. It's 100 hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200 meter sprint, and then on the second day, long jump, javelin, and the 800. So it's like a little bit of it all.
Yeah, I'm just wore out just hearing those events. So you can join me in that if you are kind of experiencing that same thought as well. So, and Latavian, you said you compete in the jumps as well. Kind of what are some of those events that Coach Wethington kind of maybe wants you to compete in, but maybe you might be a little bit hesitant to compete in?
The 400.
The 400. That's the one of the longest kind of sprints, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I have a really good shot at the 400. I think I'm built to run it. It's just a matter of me wanting to do it and having the condition for not wanting to throw up when I finish.
Yeah, we don't want that. So, kind of lastly, kind of what are your expectations for kind of individually, and then also as well for the team, both indoor and outdoor? Kind of what are your expectations for this season?
So generally, we focus on the outdoor season. Indoor season is moving quick now with all of the snow. I think we have 2 more meets before conference or something like that. So it's moving really quick. We cannot go out a lot at the moment, being outside, run a lot. So we do our best, but conference indoor is wide open. We're going to see what's happening.
Yeah.
We can play everywhere, but we try to pick for outdoor season. And yeah, I'm more excited for outdoor season too. I prefer the heptathlon, being out there 2 days, and yeah, just trying to give my best. And
I gotcha. And then you're also recovering from an injury as well,
Yes.
aren't you? So is that recovery progressing well?
yeah, recovery is going good.
Good.
Thanks for asking. I'm back and basically normal practice now.
Okay.
Got to do some extra strength stuff, but besides that, I'm glad to be back. And
Good deal. Good deal. And then Latavian, kind of what are your expectations for the season? I know it's difficult to do right now. I think we're like 2 weeks away from indoor conference, which is crazy. So it's kind of, do you kind of feel that same way, like we're building towards the outdoor season?
Yeah, I think the outdoors are main objective. For me, it's just being comfortable out there. I didn't compete at all last year, so just coming back from injuries, just trying to find my place again. I know I can do it. I feel a lot better than what I have. So it's just a matter of getting those marks and getting the distance, the jumps.
And then you feel your recovery coming back from injury, kind of feel like you're getting back into the groove of things, especially big thing, conditioning with doing the sprints and all those.
Yeah, conditioning wasn't really much of an issue. It was for like the first week. But then after that, I don't know, my body really snaps back.
Gotcha.
It's just more of a physical thing with the injuries, but
Okay.
I think I feel real good.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that was the student athlete portion here for the digital media days here from Midway University.